Say goodbye to canned cranberries with my easy ginger orange cranberry sauce with honey. You will never go back to store-bought sauce once you've tasted this combination of fresh cranberries and orange. It's naturally sweetened with honey and orange juice for flavor and a little maple syrup to balance the tart cranberries. Then it's perfectly seasoned with ginger, orange zest, cinnamon, and vanilla. It's incredibly versatile and can be enjoyed with a Thanksgiving dinner or as a sweet and savory appetizer. And I'm going to show you how to do both. We're going to begin with one fresh orange, and first we want to zest our orange before we cut it in half to peel it, because it's much easier to hold on to this way. So we'll end up with about 2 tablespoons of zest. Now we can cut our orange in half and then juice it. And I'm just going to use the old elbow grease method. And then you'll end up with about 1/3 or 1/4 cup of fresh orange juice. Then we're going to take a small to medium-sized saucepan and put it on our burner, and then we'll turn our heat to a medium-low. And then we'll pour in our fresh orange juice and 1/3 cup of honey and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And I find that the honey brings in a really rich flavor, but then the maple syrup just brings in a real sweet flavor. So I like to use both, but you could use all of honey or all of maple syrup if that's all you have. And then we'll add about 1 teaspoon of our orange zest, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now to add incredible flavor, we're going to add some ginger. Now you could use dried ginger if that's all you have, but I highly recommend using fresh. So take your piece of ginger and then just make a fresh slice so that it's nice and yellow and fresh. And using your zester, you can just make a few shreds. Now fresh ginger is really strong, so all you need is about 1/8 teaspoon of fresh. Now add 1/4 teaspoon salt and then give that a quick stir. Almost smells like we're heating up some potpourri than making cranberry sauce. And speaking of cranberries, now we can add 3 cups or 12 ounces of fresh or frozen cranberries. And then we'll give those a quick stir so that they're well coated. And that is all there is to it. So you could easily just let this simmer on the side while you're doing something else in your kitchen. And as those cranberries start to heat up, they're going to make a popping sound, which is kind of fun. So I'm just gonna give this a stir, and then I'll check on it every couple minutes and stir it again until it reaches that sauce consistency. This has been simmering for 10 minutes and it is at the perfect sauce consistency. You can see how we still have some intact cranberries, and you can leave those intact if you like, or if you want it to be a little bit smoother, you can just easily squish them against the side of your pan, and then you'll have a little bit of a smoother sauce. So I'll go ahead and turn off my heat, and then I'll carefully transfer my sauce to another bowl so that it can cool. You won't get this delicious smell from a canned cranberry sauce. And then to serve this on your dinner table, you just go ahead and transfer it to your little serving bowl. And then I like to garnish the top with a little bit of the orange zest and a little sprig of parsley because it looks really cute. And that is a gorgeous cranberry sauce that will perfectly complement your meal. This sauce is incredibly versatile and also makes for a delicious dip. I'm going to show you how to make my cranberry orange cream cheese cottage cheese dip. In a blender or a food processor or a chopper cup with an immersion blender, go ahead and add 1 cup of cottage cheese. And you can use small curd, large curd, non-fat, full fat, whatever your preference. And not only will this give it a nice protein boost, but it's going to make for a delicious creamy texture. And then we're going to add half as much cream cheese, which is 1/2 cup. To make this a sweet and savory dip, we're going to add just a little bit of garlic powder. I'm going to add 1/8 teaspoon, but you could definitely add more if you prefer. And then I'll add several pinches of salt. Then I'll just put on the lid and blend till smooth. Now that is smooth and cheesy and creamy. And then to serve this dip as a very delicious and aesthetic appetizer, I like to start with my platter and then drop a nice big scoop of the cream cottage cheese right in the center. And I'll just swirl this around with my spoon. And then we'll just take some of the cranberry sauce and scoop it right onto the top. Oh, that looks so beautiful. I like to have the sauce extend past the cream on both ends. And then as a garnish, we'll sprinkle a little bit of our orange zest. It adds just a beautiful pop of orange on top. Then to add a little bit of savory flavor as well as some color, I'm just going to finely diagonally slice some green onions. And then we'll just sprinkle a few of those on top. Man, I thought it smelled good before. And then on either side of the platter, I'm gonna go ahead and add some crackers, but you could add some cut vegetables or sliced apples or anything you like. And then I found these really cute little crackers that are shaped like some little slices of cranberry bread. So I'm gonna add these to the other side. Well, that is a gorgeous appetizer that is just begging to be dug into. So I'll go right in, make sure I get some of that cream as well as some cranberry. Crunchy. Wow, that tastes so good. That is an incredible burst of sweet and savory flavor. I love the smooth creaminess of the cream cheese and the cottage cheese mixed together. and then getting the tartness coming in from the cranberries as well as the sweetness from the honey and the maple syrup. And then getting just that little bit of onion with it just adds the perfect amount of flavor for a delicious bite. And I love that it's made with clean, natural ingredients without any refined sugar, which means I'm going to feel great even after I eat it. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today to make this cranberry sauce. And I've included a link in the video description below to the full recipe, and it's available on my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you know someone else who you think would love this recipe, please share this video with them. And I cannot wait to have you hang out with me again in my kitchen.